Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to improve your accuracy here in Season 9. I'm going to be showing you guys a few very simple ways to improve your accuracy and also some things to think about when it comes to aiming a lot more accurate in Fortnite. And before we get into the video, the V-Buck giveaway winner for this week, I'm going to show you guys on the screen. And I really appreciate you guys entering my giveaway. And if you didn't win this week, I'm going to be giving away free V-Bucks every single week. So if you guys want to enter into my next giveaway, all you guys have to do, drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and as well subscribe to my second channel. I post a ton of really good content on there, so make sure you guys do subscribe, turn on my post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And if you guys would like to support me as a creator in the item shop, all you have to do is go over to the item shop, go into the bottom right hand corner, support a creator, and type in my code. My code is Young Humor. Type it in and you guys will have me supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys a few ways that I think is really going to help you guys improve your aim in Fortnite, because I think aiming, for me at least, is the second most important thing you guys need to have in Fortnite. My number one, if you guys wanted or were curious, is going to be game sense. It is really having a high IQ in Fortnite, learning how to outplay different players and stuff like that. So aiming, in my opinion, is going to be one of those things that you just have to be very good at. It doesn't even matter if you're a very good builder, if you're very, even if you're like a really fast player, anything like that. Nothing matters if your accuracy isn't very good. So I'm going to help you guys out when it comes to improving your aim in Fortnite. I think I have some really good things I can share in this video, and something that I was doing during these 1v1s that really did help me improve my aim, and something that I do quite a bit actually during my 1v1s is I go into my settings and I actually do turn off my aim assist. And when I talk about turning off aim assist, I do think it's very helpful, and I only do this during 1v1s. I would never do it in game, because the entire point of turning off your aim assist when you're doing 1v1s is you're actually constantly using your weapons, constantly trying to hit shots. And if you turn it off in game, it's almost kind of a waste, because probably, if I'm being honest, probably about 70% of the game, or even 60% of the game, you're not fighting anyone. So basically, I think it's just a big waste of time if you're trying to improve your accuracy, if you're going to be doing it in a public match, because it really doesn't make that big of a difference, and you're not improving that much because you're not going to be constantly going into gunfights. Maybe you run into 3 players before you end up losing the gunfight because you miss all of your shots. But the main reason why I would using in a 1v1 is because you're going to be going into fights, you're constantly going to be aiming without aim assist, so it's actually going to help you improve, because you're constantly going to be using that instead of just running to a fight every 3 to 4 minutes. More than likely going to lose that fight, and it's just super annoying to deal with. I wouldn't recommend doing it in a public match, but if you are in a 1v1 in creative, this is something that I definitely would try out. I think it's very, very helpful, and I think it'd help you improve your aim. And it's just one of those things that when I had it off, as soon as I turned it back on, I noticed a huge difference. I was hitting pretty much every single shot, and I was absolutely going off. So yes, during these 1v1s, I had aim assist off the entire time. And it's pretty much the same thing for any of you guys who do work out or ever lifted something very heavy. Like say if you were benching 150 pounds, and then for the next set you end up going down to about 45 or even 50, it's going to feel so much lighter, and even lighter than if you just started on the 50. And the reason being, you really just get used to the higher weight, so when you move down it feels even lighter than before because you have something to compare it to. So I think the same thing happens when you turn off aim assist, especially if you're warming up doing 1v1s. You turn off your aim assist, you warm up doing 1v1s, and the second you go into games and the second you turn it off, your aim is going to be even stronger than before. I can guarantee you that, because you're going to be so used to aiming without aim assist. So when you actually do have aim assist and you have that extra boost of accuracy, it's going to make such a huge difference, and you're going to be able to hit so much more shots than you usually would. So that's why I would recommend turning off aim assist. I think it's a very good thing to do, and there's just a lot of benefits to you, and it doesn't hurt you at all. So I would recommend trying it out when you're doing 1v1s. And so moving on to the second thing that I want to talk about in this video, and this is just going to be something that I noticed, and this is something that I'm pretty sure once you guys turn off your aim assist, you guys are going to notice this as well. And even the guy I was 1v1ing in this video, he noticed it immediately after he turned off his aim assist as well during our 1v1s. We both noticed, of all the guns that we used, that the shotgun was actually the easiest gun to aim with. And for some reason, it even was like super obvious. It outperformed every other gun when it comes to accuracy. My accuracy with this shotgun was just outperforming every other gun that I used. SMG, assault rifle, even pistol. So shotgun, for me personally, I think, and I think a lot of you guys will as well, is going to be the easiest gun to aim with without aim assist. And going back to my first point when I talked about when you turn it off and you turn it back on, it's going to feel a lot stronger. So if you take that same concept and the shotgun is already the easiest gun to use without aim assist, I think the shotgun is really going to be used a lot more in Fortnite. And so they did have a few nerfs to it. They animated it really bad. The combat shotgun was just really inconsistent. Overall, it just wasn't the gun to use. The drum gun spam was by far a lot better to use, but they made a lot of buffs to it and they made it really consistent. Most of the time it's going to be hitting for 70 damage. And with that being said, this gun is going to be the go-to weapon to use, and the reason being, like I said, it's probably one of the easiest guns to aim with, because of all the weapons, this is the gun that I was hitting the most shots with. And it wasn't even that I was just, using it more. I really did genuinely notice that this gun was a lot easier to aim with. I was hitting so many more shots, even my friend noticed it, and even the people I play with in the past when I turn off their aim assist, it really does make a huge difference. But since I did say that the shotgun's the easiest gun to aim with, I think when it comes to the hardest gun to aim with, in my opinion, is going to be the assault rifle, the M16. And this is the gun without aim assist. I feel like I had the most difficult time actually aiming, because most of the time in game I'm using it for first shot accuracy. So I'm going to be using the LT a lot. So I'm going to be using that first shot a lot of the times and using aim assist. So without it, it's really weird. I feel like I miss a ton of shots. And the M16, as you guys know, close range, it's very, very weak. It doesn't do a ton of damage. It's not very strong. It just honestly, it can do a lot of damage if you hit your shots, but it's very difficult to hit your shots because you have bloom. And as well, the crosshair is fairly big. So this gun close range is very weak. So of all the guns, I feel like the M16 can be one of the hardest guns to aim with unless you're at a mid-range situation. And I felt like the SMG wasn't too bad. Of course, in this one, I was using the tactical SMG and the drum gun. And I feel like these two guns really held up their weight. I was hitting a ton of shots with it. I really wasn't missing a whole lot. But like I said, the shotgun by far was the easiest to use, but the drum gun and SMG really weren't too bad. I feel like I was able to improve my aim using this, and as well still hit my shots, because when I was using the M16, and that's kind of why I took it out when I was in these fights, is I just really wasn't hitting any shots, and it was just very difficult to use. So it's just something to keep in mind, that I feel like, in my opinion, the easiest guns to aim with in the game are going to be the shotgun, next coming the SMG, then it's going to be coming the assault rifle, and then of course sniper rifle is going to be the hardest to aim with. But those guns in order, I feel like, are going to be the hardest to aim with. So I think that's really important to consider when you're in a gunfight. It's not always about how much damage you do, it's if you can hit more shots. I think that's a very important concept to really think about. And this is even true because I just time and time again, I can outgun people who are using a SCAR only using a gray assault rifle, just because I'm hitting more shots than they are, even though the recoil and everything like that on the SCAR is a lot better. I'm just hitting a lot more shots, my accuracy is a little bit better than theirs, so I'm able to win the gunfight even though their gun does a lot more damage, and all the recoil and everything like that is a lot better. So I always think hitting your shots is going to be a lot more important than overall necessarily doing a ton of damage. But going into my next point that I think I want to talk about is when you're practicing in these games and when you're practicing in online games, I think it's really important to always have a conscious effort to at least try to go for as many headshots as you possibly can, because headshots are going to be doing twice the damage depending on the weapon. Most guns have a 2.0 multiplier when it comes to the headshot. Some guns actually have like a 1.7, but either way, the headshots do so much more damage, and doing that double damage with a headshot, it's going to save you an extra bullet that you have to shoot. So always trying to consciously go for headshots is going to be the best way to do it. And I have a lot of times where I hit headshots when I'm not aiming to, but honestly, a lot of times in my games, I'm constantly going to be aiming for headshots when I'm aiming around corners with my shotgun and different situations like that. So have a conscious effort of going for headshots, and I guarantee you're going to be winning so many more gunfights because the amount of damage you're going to be doing is so much. And even if your accuracy is not that great, if you can hit 2 headshots in the gunfight, you're going to be doing so much more damage in that gunfight a lot quicker. So if you're able to practice your aim and as well always have a conscious effort for going for headshots, I guarantee you're going to be doing so much more damage and you're going to be so much more lethal going into your fights. And I think this is the best way to improve your accuracy, is just focusing on those few mechanics. And going back to my first tip, I'd really highly recommend trying out 1v1s without aim assist. And I know a lot of you guys might not like it or might not think it helps, but I honestly think it really does help, and there's a lot of benefits to doing it. But also at the same time, when you're actually using aim assist in game, it's going to be a little bit different aiming. But I honestly think that not having aim assist is actually going to improve your aim, because it's going to force you to have to just completely aim with your sticks without having any help at all. So I think that's very difficult to do. So when you actually can get at least decent at it or be very good with it or practice with it, I think it's going to help out in the long run. It's going to make you a lot more accurate and better player. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. And if you guys could, make sure you guys do drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications to get notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.